Aloha, little buddy. Tell you what, I understand that what we covered today was a lot of information. I thought that we would be able to contain it in one session, and it might have put a little bit too much liquid inside the vase. So, here's what I'd like to explain. I think you did a wonderful job. You're right exactly where you're supposed to be. Our whole thing together isn't to master any of this. It's just to be aware of it. The fact that you know how to make a chord, like a C major or an A major, I'm just trying to give you the footing in the background to know what's inside of those chords. What we're going to be working on in the next couple of days, which comes along with the idea of the sonic melody, is all those notes are a part of a chord. So if we were to play that in a different key, we would be able to know that those notes have different names. They don't necessarily have the same names in the same keys. So that's all I was trying to get to today. When we have a C major, what we're going to be working on is going from a C to a D, D to an E, E to an F note to a G note, G note to an A note to a B note, and then resolving that B note to a C note. Because as we said, there's only 7 notes. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now that's in C major, which has no sharps and no flats. I could have called it barbity barbity, harbity garbity glook, garbity garbity harbity barbed, nibbity bibbity bib, job job dibbity bib, gibbity gob, and lob dobbity bib, and then nib dib gobbity gib. But they're not called that. They're called C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. When I move up to a C sharp, what we learned today, the difference between a C sharp and a C is C has no sharps and no flats. When I say the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, I don't say C, C sharp, D, C quadruple sharp, F, G, C flat, C. That would be way too many C notes in one sentence. So when you and I talk to each other, we don't say things twice, and we don't bring things into the equation that aren't necessarily garbity glook. Does that make sense? It shouldn't. So the idea is when we speak to other people in music, I can say this song is in the key of C. So when we're playing something, I could say, let's play C, A, G, F, C, which would be a C major, our 1. A would be our A minor, C, D, E, F, G, A. So it would be our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, our A minor. So C to A, then G to F. So we'd have a 1, 6, 5, 4, because G major is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes away. C, D, E, F, G. So that G and C are relative, which is why this high G is part of the C major chord. What happens when we move our fingers up the fretboard, like our C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp? Just because all those aren't garbity harb, darb, darb, dib, dibbity, bibbity, bib, they all have the same increments, meaning you go to the 1 to the 3, or the 1 to the 2, 2 to the 3, 3 to the 4, 4 to the 5, 5 to the 6, 6 to the 7, 7 revolves to the 1. And no matter where we go, notice how my fingers are playing the same pattern. So what you and I do is we kind of put all these individual notes together by starting off super slow. And these individual notes, C, D, E, F, G, ooh, that's an F sharp. They become songs, like our sonic song could be, or depending on what key it's in. So what you and I are going to do, which is super special, is we're going to learn how to talk to each other in this music and just play songs. So next week, it's not so official. You don't have any chords that you need to work on this week. If you want to, I'd like you to re-going over all the other lessons that you did. like working your rhythm exercise with your 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and G and 2. Let's say the next one's F. 4 and F and 2 and back to C and 4 and 1. The idea is we'd like to get them all to line up on the 1 and keep our right hand going. If we don't grab it overnight, no worries. That's why we get together each week and we practice this until you do. And here's what I was trying to say in practice. Sometimes we really tend to gravitate towards things that we like. I want you to like music, the ukulele, banjo, bass, guitar, and everything. Singing as well. I don't want to turn you off of this by any means. So I want always this to be fun. If you're not having fun, tell me and we'll make it fun. Sometimes a little too much book learning, like learning what we did today, was a little much. However, it's the first exposure to it. And not only did you get through the whole thing, none of my other students ever get through the whole thing. You got through every single one, and it doesn't all have to make sense, just a very small portion of it. What happens is, over a period of time, we keep pancaking these concepts and ideas, and those turn into doing music. Because music is nothing more than tempo, a little dynamics, a little bit of being loud and being quiet, and then using our individual notes along with our rhythm chords. So I was really, really happy to see you this week. I won't forget, but happy birthday beforehand, and I will see you next week. Great job this week. I'm also going to give a link to that circle of fifths so you can just take a gander at it. And what I do is I keep a little sheet of it with me so I can look at it whenever I'm playing. It really does help. Anywho, great job today, and we'll see you next week. Aloha.